Before I talk about my low and quite possibly go off the rails, I don't know yet. How about I do my high and my act of kindness to kind of salvage how I'm feeling? Well, I guess my high is I did to spend the evening with my folks last night. And my act of kindness was I brought in their empty garbage cans for them because yesterday was garbage day. And that's really about all I got. Okay, look. Anyone who's ever been, and by the way, this is my low. Don't worry, I'm sure a lot of you are probably thinking this. Anyone who's ever been watching me for any extended period of time knows that I love The Masked Singer. I really think it's one of the most fun shows you could watch on television right now. And the only reason why I missed all of season 2 was because that aired as I was moving into this apartment, and it took forever to get cable here. So I had no means of watching anything on TV, including The Masked Singer. So needless to say, since then, I like to think I've done a pretty good job of keeping up and staying with the show for as long as I have. And only just recently have even some other people on YouTube taken notice, because my view kind of went up. Look, I know I don't get that many views. I'm aware of that. Just let me do my thing. I know for a fact I'm not hurting anyone. You can relax. My point is, talking about The Masked Singer is something I really do like to do. And when I'm not able to do it, it really, to put it mildly, it breaks my heart. Because I'm sure that there are some people who watch The Masked Singer also, who'd also want to know what I thought of last night's episode. The problem is, I can't do that today. Because last night, instead of The Masked Singer being on, they were showing a baseball game. It was between the Phillies and the Braves. Now, don't misunderstand me. I know that baseball is America's pastime. And I know that for all the gripe baseball gets, to this day it still has millions of fans all over the world. But Fox, you've done your entire audience a complete disservice by not airing The Masked Singer when it's supposed to. What makes things worse is they did wind up airing The Masked Singer in Canada. So now, I'm going to be having to jump through hoops for however long I have to until I actually see this week's episode, while also avoiding spoilers. For a show that's made here in America that didn't air last night because the Fox network decided, hey, you know what? Let's watch baseball, right? Yeah, Fox, not cool. You know, I could actually let, like, the broadcasting problems you have slide. You know, the screen just goes black and, like, sometimes you, like, re-air, like, something or whatever. I can actually let that slide. Because you know what? At least when that happens, I'm actually watching the show I want to watch. But this is just, this is unforgivable. Fox is a multi-million, might even billion-dollar corporation that, well, has been bought by Disney, which actually kind of, you know what, that actually kind of is Disney's problem too. Because you have millions, if not billions of dollars to make this show happen. Not that you really need that much to make the show happen. I'm just saying, you're a big enough corporation where stuff like this shouldn't be a problem anymore. Like, when you have a hiccup like that, you fail. Just ask, like, any major corporation that's screwed up in the last 100 years. They'll tell you the same thing. Whether it's, broken promises or scandals or what have you. I mean, at least the Masked Singer page on Twitter announced that we're sorry that this happened. We're going to re-air it as soon as we can. And when that happens, we're going to tell you where you can watch it again. Which, yeah, that's a little bit better. It's still stupid. And I can at least acknowledge that, okay, Fox acknowledges that they completely messed up. I don't know. The sad part is, I was legit ready to talk about this episode of The Masked Singer because the episode was supposed to be Andrew Lloyd Webber night. If you don't know who Andrew Lloyd Webber is, then I would suggest you look to any of your friends who are fans of or quite possibly involved in Broadway. As Andrew Lloyd Webber has taken part in the productions of some of the greatest, Broadway shows in history. He done Cats. He done Wicked, I believe. He definitely did Phantom of the Opera. In fact, you should totally watch the Nostalgia Critics episode of Phantom of the Opera, because it was that episode where, if you didn't already know this, you kind of learned that Andrew Lloyd Webber kind of has a reputation of being not very pleasant to work with. How about that? And Phantom of the Opera definitely showed. Actually, I'll never forget this. So, it was my senior year at Horseheads. And for our choir trip, because every year it alternates, it's the band people to go on a trip, and then the choir people go on a trip. And the band people, they usually want to go into Disney World. But the choir people, we went to, my sophomore year we went to Boston, but then this year we went to Cedar Point, which was awesome. And thankfully, I was smart and I brought movies for our bus ride. Because I brought to Juneau, and then, from here to Cedar Point is about 6 hours. So Juneau is only going to last us so long. So someone decided, we're going to watch Phantom of the Opera. And it turned into the longest bus ride ever. Yeah, I really wouldn't say I'm a very big fan of that movie. And again, I'll put a link to the Nostalgia Critics episode of Phantom of the Opera in the description down below, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But one thing that definitely stuck out to me is the background color scheme. A lot of yellows, greens, and browns. And not in a flattering way either. I'm talking about this kind of chews me up a little bit. Come on, Fox. You should know better. It's bad enough I can't watch Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime because I don't have Amazon Prime. I don't want to buy, I shouldn't have to buy stuff in order to watch it. That's ridiculous. I mean, really? Well, I don't know. You know what, Fox? I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Which doesn't feel like it's, forget I'm both. I'm both mad and I'm disappointed. How do you... Look, if you're also... It's probably coming across I hate baseball. No. I like baseball, okay? I like football and basketball and probably hockey a little bit more. But, baseball's fun. It can be fun to watch sometimes. But, so if you're a baseball fan and you're watching this, listen, we're in the month of October. I get it. The playoffs are happening right now. So if you're watching baseball and you're having a good time watching it, I can't blame you. But, I'm so mad I don't even know where to go with this. Because it's ridiculous. Oh well. There's nothing really I can do about it now. I'm going to have to avoid spoilers like the plague all as I'm going online. As well as the fact that, I'm going to have to constantly look at Twitter to see any kind of update regarding The Masked Singer. But Fox Network, not cool. This is, at least I can take some pride knowing that I'm not the only one who's thinking this, because there were a whole bunch of people on Twitter just going nuts about this. Especially when, there was one post I saw who, the game wasn't airing where she was at, but they were showing TMZ. Which means that the Fox network completely had control over this. And they just decided, you can't show one place in America, can't show anywhere in the U.S. Oh, but Canada's cool. Well, Canada is a very nice place, but, okay, this is going to sound kind of stereotypical, but Canadians are known for being very nice people and very polite. So maybe that'll actually be cool and not show any spoilers. I mean, technically, yeah, it would fall into that stereotype, but it'd be doing that. But actually, no, never mind. That's horrible. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Man, I'm so bummed, guys. I really wanted to talk about The Masked Singer today. Instead, all I got to do is, well, you know what? I can take some comfort knowing that today we've got Hot Ones. So, Hot Ones, you gotta take the wheel on this one. Please, Hot Ones, take the wheel on this one. I'm counting on you, Hot Ones. Listen, honestly, even if Viola Davis being on Hot Ones winds up being mediocre compared to other episodes, it would actually do a good job of making me feel better right now. I'm not gonna lie. And the sad part is, I would have been able to stay with my folks longer because we all would have watched The Masked Singer together. But because they didn't air, I had to leave early because there wasn't any point in me staying anymore. So sad. I'm feeling kind of bummed. Well, the least I can do is make my NFL pick for the day before I sign off. Let's see, let me grab it real quick. Okay, so it looks like for today, tonight's game will be between the Commanders and the Bears. Honestly, Let's see, how are the Bears doing this season? Okay. Alright. I mean, both teams have losing records. Like, the Bears are 2-3 and the Commanders are 1-4. So, the safe pick would be to pick the Bears, which is pretty much what I would do right now anyway, because the Commanders are in my division. But, come on, the only team that scares me right now is the Eagles. The Commanders aren't even remotely on my radar, especially when we already... Did we already play them? No, I'm thinking... We played the Giants. That's what I'm thinking of. Hello, I'm wearing a Bears jersey with my last name on it. This, for those of you who aren't aware, this is a Jay Cutler jersey that I'm wearing. The fact that my last name is Cutler, why not take the opportunity? Plus, it's a nice jersey. What can I say? NFL merch is fun to have. But yeah, I know that the Commanders are also under some controversy because actually let me set this down. I know that the Commanders are under controversy because of what Rob Rivera, the coach, said about Carson Wentz, which, yeah, that'll happen. And I know what Rob Rivera, for those of you who don't know, he said that the reason why we're not playing well is because Carson Wentz isn't playing well. So basically, he threw his quarterback under the bus. On the one hand, I absolutely, find it rather sad that a coach would do that to his own player. But at the same time, Rob Rivera isn't just any other ordinary coach. This is a man who's actually been involved with the league for many, many years. He's played in the league before. And not only did he play in the league, he won a Super Bowl. And not just any Super Bowl, he was on the 1985 Chicago Bears. By the way, I didn't really plan on saying that when I was wearing this jersey, but hey, correlation equals causation. So, needless to say, Rob Rivera is a bit of a pedigree. But I still wouldn't say it's right that he said that about his own player. So, I'm still picking the Bears to win. But just for Carson Wentz's sake, and just for the sake of the relationship between, Carson Wentz and the coach, I hope they at least play a little better. Maybe they will. I don't know. We'll just have to keep going and see. So I hope you all like this video, and if you wanted to see me talk about The Masked Singer and you're looking forward to that, sorry, I couldn't do that here, but at least it's not me. That's on the Fox Network. So there you go. But I'm sure you probably got some entertainment out of me ranting, so you could probably like and subscribe to, like the video and subscribe me for that if you want. Follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. Instagram. As always, I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. See, I'm so bummed I couldn't even say Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. And remember, guys, what Taco Chan, I'm always going to be here in London. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. Alright, even though I don't really feel enthused to do it, I still gotta do it because I've been doing it for this long. 607 all day, baby.